Boom in your face. I bet y'all thought y'all was gonna see Fishy Business Ugly Mug, but no, you got me. I don't know who's in the chat right now because I don't have my chat turned on. Fishy Biz got some stuff going on. Listen, everybody. Fishy Biz is still taking donations for his very, very successful tank giveaway. But YouTube, hey, they take their share. So if you would like to donate and continue this thing that Fishy Biz got going on, it's a great, great thing. Go ahead and hit them up on the PayPal or the Cash App. We're gonna cut YouTube out of the loop. We're gonna give more to the kids. That's the only thing. It just gives more to the kids. So if any of you guys are interested, go ahead and hit them up on the PayPal or the Cash App. Vibes, I see you in here. Wayne, Glass Box Hero. I can't even say that name. Toski. Hey, yep, it's Sexy Funk. You're right. So, am I saying that correctly? Let me know if I'm saying Toski correctly. It sounds correct to me, but I'm a product of public school, so Aqua Funk channel. Hey, I appreciate that vibe. So listen, how y'all been doing? Jay Watts, what is up? Lurking. Like I said, Fishy Biz got some more stuff going on in the backstage. He's late as always. But I'm gonna go ahead and entertain y'all for a little bit. I got a question to put out there for you, and I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna put this out there because I'm curious. I'm doing a little social experiment. Right? I'm experimenting, and it's not really an experiment as much as it is a how you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? It's observation, a social observation. So here it is. What's up, Gina? So you guys, some of you guys may know I do a commercial HVAC installation, and this one place that we're doing is called Stumpy. First of all, has anybody ever heard of a bar called Stumpy's? If you have, please put your a little thumbs up in the chat. It's fairly new. It's apparently going to be a chain. There's multiple Stumpy's, but let me tell you what it is. It is a bar / axe throwing arena. You hear what I'm saying? Bar with alcohol and shot and axe throwing, sharp bladed objects. Now, not trying to be racial or nothing like that. It's just an observation that I've been making. Anytime a minority hears about this, they all have the same, at least that I've noticed, every minority who has ever heard of getting drunk and throwing knives and axes across the room all say the same thing. That's not a good idea. But all of my white friends seem to think it's awesome. So in the chat, please let me know how you feel about that. What can go wrong? You know what I'm saying? What can go wrong? Yo, how's everyone doing? What's up, Mexicali? But yeah, so there's a bar called Stumpy's. Thumbs up. Yeah, definitely put them thumbs up. You gotta put the thumbs up. And if you have a chance, in fact, if you could hop out of go ahead and share this out on your Facebook. If you have a channel community page, can you please throw this out on your channel community page? We're doing good things here at Fishy Biz Aquatics. Stumpy's. Have you guys ever heard of this? What do you guys think? Is it a good? I love axe throwing. Yeah, exactly my point. Drinking and axe throwing seems to be a good idea to a certain demographic, and it seems to be a ridiculous idea to another demographic. So Vibes is over there killing it, putting out the links. Y'all got to check out these channels Vibes is putting out.
Man, I look, Vibes asked for it, and also Liquid Zoo. So when Vibes wasn't here last week, Liquid Zoo was making it happen. Vibes, I'm happy to see you make it happen. What's cracking, everybody, man? Thank you all for coming up in here. I appreciate you. My students wanted to jump into my thumbnail or my short that I did. They were about to leave and they were going to have a whole routine. So they are my cheerleaders, my TikTokers, and of course a softball player whoever said that. She's
softball players too.
Yeah.
One of them was about to throw up a bird.
Yeah. She was like, I was finna throw out the middle finger. I was like, not in mine. Not in this one you won't.
No, when I watched that, I actually had a great idea for next year. You should see if some of them girls can do a little stomp routine for Fishy Biz Aquatics.
Man, you already know.
That'd be hot.
Yeah.
That'd be hot.
I got so many plans for next year, you guys. Like, this is just catalyzed everything, man. Catalyzed everything. Let me just say what's up to everybody who came in here, man. And I want to let you know how everything's going with Mom first. I had to go straight ghetto on a rehabilitation center this weekend, man. And I shouldn't have had to do it, but these places are lousy, and I just can't understand how some people could leave their people in there. But Gina came through. Gina, thank you so much. Wayne's came through with $10. Wayne's Toski's up in this thing. Vibes is doing his thing. I'm rolling down. I know I got some. What up, Danny Westy, Glassbox Hero? I keep missing our stream, man. Everything happens on the Saturday, and I hate that because I love our stream, man. But we're gonna jump back into that for real. I'm rolling down. Vibes is rocking out. Jay Watts was cracking, man. And Mexicali was cracking, and I'm down her. All right, so look. Apparently insurance was not going to pay any longer for the short-term care that she was receiving in this rehab center, man. And it's weird the way that the insurance works is because my mom's been a teacher for 30 plus odd years and been retired. Like, she's been putting into this insurance system. Like, why wouldn't you let her stay where she's getting, the care at? But apparently they have long-term and they have short-term. And apparently my mom needs long-term, but she was at a short-term. So her days were up there, apparently. I don't know if they just sent her to the first one they had on the list, but this next place that they had was 40 minutes away from me and my sister.
No-go.
Right? So I drive all the way out there. It's definitely a good part of town. You know what I'm saying? But you walk in and Deaf and Ass hits you right in the face. Like, bow.
Deaf and what?
Deaf and Ass.
Just butt and the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper's butt.
So, Deaf and...
I see under interests you've written debit?
No, that's the butt. The butt, yeah. And also I like tennis.
Good.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also I like tennis.
Yeah.
So that hits you square in the face. There was one person that looked remotely like a nurse that looked like they were just unconcerned about everything, that at least they were wearing scrubs. So I guess that was what it was. They got my mom laying in a room, y'all. I had to put it on Facebook and ask people for help. Like, yo, they had my mom in a room. It's been 90 degrees here in St. Louis, 85 plus. They had her in a room with no air conditioning, a mobile air conditioning unit with a fan, bro. Fake plant in the corner, and just got her laying there. No cover, no, like, come on, man. Like, seriously? She's not gonna spend a minute in here, bro. She's not gonna spend a minute in here. I had to go to the people and I was like, listen, I'm calling the ambulance with an emergency. She's out of here, y'all. She's out of here. I'm not doing this. This is crazy. So I did that. Ambulance came. Even the EMTs was looking like, this is the room she's, yeah. Like, we need to have a doctor's note that she can never come back here. And if they ever say the name of this place again, it's
a shame how people.
If they ever say the name again, it's.
Hey, Bobby, you stay so good, make me want to smack your mama. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Sorry about the reaction. Sorry. Okay. Hey.
Slaps all around, y'all.
Yeah.
Slaps all around, man. When it comes to moms, man, you just can't play. You only get one mom. And I know we at these ages where, you know, our parents are older, especially if they had you older. But I couldn't go for it. My sister broke down and cried before I got there. She said she can't be here. And I thought she was overreacting. I just thought she was just like, you know, every place isn't going to be the same. That was what I was telling sis. But when I got there, I was like, oh, hell no. No, we out of here. Ambulance took her to Barnes, which is our hospital of choice. And, you know, and then she has nurses round clock, but it buys us more time to look for somewhere decent. And I think actually the decent place is going to be home. I have a couple of 3000's cousin. She's a home healthcare worker. She said, hey, I'll come over there and take care of your mom. No problem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she's a registered nurse, home healthcare nurse. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, somebody.
So she coming to your house?
My sister's going to stay over there with my dad at their house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But my mom always was talking about, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. And my cousin, who is here in St. Louis, he said that whatever it is whatever the delusionalness is, it's hereditary because their older brothers had it. And when they say they want to go home, they really want to go home. Like, it's the best place for them because they put them in the same type of homes. And they would always escape. And you see them running down a dirt road in Louisiana, headed back to their house, which was in the country. So I was like, man, there it is right there. You feel me?
Hey, quick question real fast. Is Vibe the only mod? I can't see if Vibe is. I can't
Vibe,
see
Liquid Zoo, Mr. 3000, Jay
Hey,
Watts.
can somebody put Liquid Zoo? Vibes. Put Liquid Zoo and Vibes out there, and because Vibes is over here just scooping up on everybody he can. So yeah, y'all need to go ahead and scoop up Vibe too.
Patrick Hardy, man, was cracking, man. I talked to Patrick Hardy and Jay Watts on the three-way yesterday, man. Solid dude, P. Hardy, man.
You talk to him?
Yep.
Do we talk with a list?
P. Hardy? No, he talks real passionately. I think he's native. No,
where's he from?
I know he's straight Louisianan, Creole, French, all of that mixed in with Indian. Like, he knows it.
I be looking at the names and stuff of everybody who pops in, and obviously if they don't have a channel, I have no idea what they look or sound like. So I make up my own idea of what they sound like, and for some reason, I've always thought Patrick Hardy talks like not with a lisp, but kind of like in my mind, I imagine like Cat Williams. I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
What is wrong with you, man?
I don't know, man. Everybody has some weird, like, I just look at their name and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make you sound like Cat Williams. Or
I got a message for all of them. Ready? Shake and bake.
What does that do? Does that blow your mind? That just happened.
What is that, a catchphrase or is that
Epilepsy.
Shake and bake.
Yeah.
What?
Shake and bake.
Is that epilepsy?
But don't worry, fuck.
I improve your looks and voice in my head.
Nah, it's just I don't know what these people sound like, and they're so prevalent every week you see them. So I just go, For some reason, I read the words, and in my mind I hear Cat Williams with the words.
Damian Green, that's cousin Spider-Man in Memphis, the #1 hottest DJ in Memphis. And
Who is?
Damian Green, that's my cousin down there, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. And good news, he actually just became the #1 DJ for Anthony Hardaway. He used to play with the Orlando Magic. Now is the coach of the Memphis Tigers. So he definitely got that gig going, man. Bunny Viper was cracking.
Hey, real quick. Now that there's more people in here, I didn't. If you weren't here at the beginning of the show, people are rolling in. If you plan on donating to the Fishy Biz Aquarium for kids in the classroom, teaching ding ding diggity ding ding ding, there is the option of doing PayPal and Cash App. If you guys don't know, YouTube takes like 30-something%. It's a big chunk. So if you want to do something for the kids, let's go ahead and get every penny of that as much as possible to the kids. Let's go ahead and cut YouTube out of the loop and go to the PayPal and Cash App. It's so that your full donation can get used by the kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I looked at what you all had graciously did for me last week, and then when I looked into the monetization for YouTube, I was like, what?
Yeah.
At first I didn't think it was that bad. People were giving, and I was just like, oh, that's not right.
Yeah, it cuts. They take their chunk.
Well, look, this is what took me so long, y'all. I reached out to Missouri Aquarium Society. Shout out to Mozzie. Shout out to everybody, man, who's been gracious enough to donate, man. They've been sending stuff to my house. We have all the sponge filters we need. We have all the air pumps that we need. I have tubing already, so I don't have to worry about that. I have tubing already. I just went to Petco because they were out. I was actually about to put that video out there when I went to 2 different Petcos, 0 tanks. So I just called Gina's old Petco, and they had 4 left. So they had them ready for me. I actually got a short or a video I'm gonna do about me picking those up. So
you
now
don't have a license, Gina.
I have, I believe I have all the tanks. So I have tanks, sponge filters, air pumps, tubing. Okay. What's left is probably a little more substrate. Somebody just hit me up on Band and said, hey, to your house, you'll get in the water conditioner and the quick start Fritz Zine. So that's coming. So special thanks out to Brian for that. I just got these bottles. These just came in. That's why I was late right now. I was coming upstairs. And remember, Funk, we was talking about putting the beneficial bacteria and prime in these bottles.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
But we don't want to mix them. So I got enough bottles for them to get from here. They could do prime.
Popping bottles.
And really, they only need the beneficial bacteria one time, right? When they set it up.
Yep, just for one time setup.
I don't want these kids to get used to doing it the easy way, but since they're going to have to set this tank up as soon as I give it to them when they get home, they're going to need some beneficial bacteria to start those betas in. Hillbilly Aquatics, if you're listening, man, I sent you an email, and here goes some more so they can each have 2, right? But I'm definitely going to put in the water conditioner that should last them for the summer. We're just talking about 10 gallons here, right? It has tops that also screw on and they stay on, and they can pop it and squeeze. Okay, so I just got that. I don't know what this is, but I'm about to pop it open right now. I want to give them enough conditioner that'll last them for the water changes until they get back to school and then some. I just want to have some positive stories from my students. I want them to have some pictures and some video of a live betta living happily in their house.
Yeah, I'm eager to see what type of I'm eager to see what type of influence the kids of this year, when they get back to school next year, what type of influence what type of influence they have on the new kids coming into your programs.
Right on.
That's what I'm eager to see. You know, I would love to come in there and have all the you know, that little fire. Be like, yeah, my fish do this and my fish do that. My fish come up to the tank, and they be all excited about it, and it catches it catches on that way. That's how it happens. You know,
straight up. Yeah, I'm glad that we got these. Okay, at first I was skeptical. I was just going to get the round joints, but Steve Coxon from he's the vice president of Mozzie here. He said that this will be good for them because it'll stay there. It's a cool design, and when it's time for them to wring out, like to clean them, they'll take one off, rinse it off, and they still have beneficial bacteria in this one, and then they'll take this one off the next time. That way they won't have to disrupt the cycle.
Yeah, one at a time. That's the only bad thing about that. There's only one thing. Is after about a year, the suction cups be like, yeah,
I'm out of here.
But after about a year, hopefully these kids plan on doing bigger and better things anyway.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hoping. So listen, stuff is coming in. Money is being used wisely, you guys. I'm trying to use it the best way I can as it comes in. So with that, we still have substrate, which I still have a little bit at the school. I'm thinking no more than 2 cups of substrate. They don't really need that much for a betta. Betta's not going to go to
what size tank?
10 gallon. Just to coat
cup?
the
2 cups?
Yeah, like a solo cup. Yeah. You just need to I just want it at the bottom, and then we're going to.
You just want a light layer for decoration.
Yeah, we're not planting anything at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I just want them to get used to making it look good and keeping that fish alive. The next thing I think is just going to be tough is going to be these glass tops. So I'm about to order those and get those coming in. I was trying to figure out if I could get more for less, but it doesn't look like it. And I think I'm going to stick with the glass because it looks good. They'll be able to put their, they only have one airline, so they're good with that. And it just looks really good. It's classic. Yeah.
I would if you get the glass tops into the class, put it together for them as far as that hinge. Yeah. Because that hinge be hard to put in there. You don't want nobody cutting themselves. Yeah. So I would probably put it together for them because I've seen people like banging on it and I'm like, oh, you won't cut yourself.
Well, I tell you what, this is my plan. Yeah. This week is kind of studies week. So my students really, and it's up to the teachers, and hopefully no students are in here. It's up to the teachers if we're giving finals or not.
What? Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, so if your students are getting an 80% or better, they technically don't need to have to take a final. They've actually mastered all the stuff that they need to master, proficient, right? For the students that are getting C's and below, you want to give them a final so they could, get their grade up so they don't have to worry about coming to summer school or whatever the case may be. Although, if you have a 60% or better, you get a credit in the class. Just not the best one. And it depends on the student, too. We do have some students that, hey, man, Mr. Clark, I'm happy with the C, man. I ain't trying to mess with it no more. But if they do take the final, it can only help their grade. It won't hurt them. So we don't want them to go down. We just want them to go up if they need to go. It's a different initiative back then when we were going. Like when we were going, it seemed like it was like no mercy. But it seems like we got to take it easy on these kids because mentally they're not there. And I think it's just kind of whack. But it is what it is, and I got to go with the rules of the school.
I remember the end of the year stress and pressure, bro. Like it was just like. But I mean, I don't know.
we was built different, man.
I mean,
My mom ain't sugarcoat nothing, man. She look, you fly or die. That's just how that went. Like, it was no in between. It was no I care about your feelings. It was no, and it was no choice. You're going to college. And so when I started teaching, I taught everybody like my mom told me. I was like, everybody in this room is going to go to college, so I need you to do your best. It was no choices, like, which I understand it is now. Like, now they can do, they can go into carpentry or they can go into nursing, and we can steer them that way and everything else. But back then it was all that my mom told me.
My mom told me that I better figure something out because I ain't gonna be able to make it in college, so you better do something. You better figure something out. You better win the lottery or something. You just gonna die.
But you know what? The weird thing about that to me is since when do they get a chance to pick that? You know what I'm saying? Like, now they're coming in at 8th grade and freshmen. It's like, yo, school ain't for me. You just got in high school. Like, how can you say that?
Yeah.
Like, what did you go through in 6th and 7th grade to make you be like, you know what? How does that work?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, though. We didn't have a choice. It just is. That's what we did. That's what it was. That was our job.
Yeah.
Like,
you can say school not for you when you take your first semester in college, maybe. But high school, it's for you. You getting through. You gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even no. No, it wasn't no. But I digress.
I know a guy who did 12 that whole my 12th prom. I literally do a guy who did 3 years in 12th grade. They said don't come back. After the third year.
At some point of time, you age out. You can't be 21 running around with 14, 15, 16-year-olds in the same.
They eventually said, nah, you couldn't do it 3 times. You just go ahead somewhere.
Yeah, you straight up aged out, G. Hey, that's crazy. Back to this though. I have I am going to give a tutorial to my students. Now, next week is finals week. They have half a days. So they do final study hall, home. Okay. They leave the school at like 1. All of the students, I've talked to their parents, all right, which is actually 10. All their parents are actually going to come up to get them. So I believe only 1 tank is going to the bus, maybe. But actually, I talked to her mom, and her mom said she'll pick her up that day. So these tanks will go into a car, and they will get to the house, okay?
The kids is knuckleheads on the bus. It's like the Thunderdome on the bus, bro. Y'all don't know.
You know what? I have a young lady that takes the turtles. She took them for spring break, and she took them for winter break, and she took them in one of my fish.
What?
Huh?
Took home the turtle. I thought you said she takes the turtle. Like, there's a turtle vehicle?
Yeah. Like, took it home. Now she wants to take it home for the summer, and she wants to get a fish tank. So she's taking it on the bus every time, the turtle with the glass tank. She said, we could take it on the bus. There's no problems. I was like, but I don't want to see a whole bunch of people go on to the bus with a tank.
The odds start stacking up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I'm doing tutorials probably near the end of this week and definitely during finals week because my students are taking their finals if they haven't already. Okay. So since they have, I am going to wait till they finish whatever it is. I invite them to my room. I will have my room set up with their tanks, and they are going to hold on to their tanks, and we are going to build a basic setup tank for their betas together on YouTube. Okay. This way, when they get home, they can pull up their video and watch themselves put their tank together so that when they get home, they can do it exactly the right way. And I'm talking about everything from empty tank, substrate, water, water conditioner, and the Fritzzyme, which is the biobacteria, to setting up the air pump, tubing, sponge filter, canopy, or not canopy, but the glass top, and float your fish.
Word up.
The only thing is that I'm still debating: do beta do they need heaters? I just have heaters for anything, so
it depends on the temperature of the house, man. If they live in a cold house, then yeah, they would need a heater. But if they live,
I might have some students that don't have the best air conditioning, and we get into some 90-degree days.
They'll be better in that than it would be cold.
It would be if it's cold.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Let's be real. A lot of these pet stores you walk in, and I'm not you know what? And I'm not even gonna use pet stores. I'm gonna use beta breeding operations. I've been to some. They don't use heaters, and the betas do just fine. Now it's not 50 degrees where they're at though that the beta's doing fine. But I personally think that if a house is set at 75 degrees, the beta's gonna be all right. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be healthy. But I don't really foresee that to be a huge issue. You might have. I don't know what the chat is saying. There's people with betas that real particular, and they're like, no, they gotta have a heater. It's gotta be exactly this, that, and the other. But honestly, realistically, you can keep that beta in a tank if the house is at 75 degrees, and they're not gonna show any. Wait, do you not want any plants? Yeah. Plants is too much.
For that first time out, I really just want them to keep the fish, and I want them to make sure that I'm gonna show them how to do water change, like a 20% water change. Show them how to do the sponge filter and put it back properly. I just think with plants, they're gonna have to try to find food for the plant and root tabs and getting all of that.
Let's be real. At this point, they are learning the basics about biological filtration, feeding habits, water changes. You throw plants in there, now you have to explain to them about fertilizers, nitrates, and lighting. Yeah. Baby steps. Yeah. We cannot think about this in terms of an experienced fish keeper. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Or nobody's gonna start a fish tank.
Yeah.
If you expect everybody to start a fish tank, be at this level, nobody's gonna have an aquarium. Whoever has an aquarium now, that's it. Nobody's ever gonna start. You know what I'm saying?
So let me tell you this, Danny. The way that I'm doing it, and I wish Steve will pop in here because me and him actually talked about this. I want to say a year and a half ago. We were just talking about it, and it was crazy. I'm going to take them in stages. I know that this right here is rushed because it just. Oh, here he is, right here. Here he is, right here. Speak of the daggone devil. There he is, right there.
No! You see his hand. He showed us the hand.
Hello, Steven. You muted. Or something. Yep.
Oh, he did.
Now,
you muted.
Still muted. All right, say something. Right.
I can hear you.
There you go.
What's going on, fellas?
I'm so glad you popped in because I was just about to call you because I wanted to address Danny about the plants. Now, if anybody wanted me to have plants, this guy down here was wanting me to have plants.
You need plants, bro.
And we was all about it. Now, here was the thing. Me and Steve have had a conversation about this like a year and a half ago around 2:00 in the morning because back then Steve was a mess and he would talk to you
back then
5 hours. And that was past your bedtime. It would be crazy. But in between the gibberish and the hilariousness, once you get past his dialect, he would say some Easter eggs in there, and it was perfect. He actually wrote it down, which I didn't know he was doing, which was perfect because guess what? It's all coming to pass now. And look, like I said, I rushed this And I put it on my back because all the stuff that I've been dealing with, I needed to do something that was good for somebody else. These kids saw an interest. They wanted to take the tanks that I had in the classroom home, and then more kids wanted to. So that's why I brought it to you all, so that I can satisfy every kid that really wanted to do this, because they could possibly become our future fish keepers, especially the way that they are really geared up right now.
I believe children are our future.
So
Okay.
Let them lead the way.
When we start talking about, what about plants? What about this? What about that? What about this? We are going to do it in stages. Steve already, and me and him had even talked about having a curriculum written for the next year coming in, right?
Yeah.
It includes fish tubers, and subbing up and watching particular videos from different fish keepers, all the way from a basic setup to when they come back in their sophomore year. Possibly they can go home with a bigger tank. They can go home with bigger and better fish. When they reach their junior year, maybe they're up to a 40 breeder, and maybe they're now into either cichlids, or maybe they're doing South American, maybe they're doing different fish, right? Also, maybe they're into planted tanks now, all right? Maybe they've been watching enough fish tube. Maybe they decided to start their own fish tube, right? Now they're seniors. They're about to go off to college. Are they going to get a 55-gallon if they stay home and stay local? Or are they going to go nano and start doing some shrimp, start doing some smaller fish, start doing some scapes, you know what I'm saying, and take that with them to college because they can only have so much in the dorm room? Like, there's now mind-blowing options for them. So I'm really wanting to work on that. Go ahead, Steve.
I'm laughing because I'm enjoying your passion, you know what I'm saying? And the 90s kids, you know what I'm saying? 80 baby. I'm an 80s baby. It is nitty. You know, you over here selling it. Look. The passion. The drive.
Yeah.
They're going to want cichlids. Then plants. And then Anubias. You know? So, if you have a moment, would you like, may I share my notes with the people?
Let the folks know what we was thinking about.
Give me literally 15 seconds. I'm going to grab my laptop, and I apologize for being unprepared.
Real fast. For those of you who don't know Warrior Planet Tank Steve, I'm so proud that I know this man, because he comes off real rough around the edges, but when he opens his mouth, and y'all gonna hear it, it's nothing but knowledge. Like, we all have stereotypes. Most people would look at that man and think, "Hey, Aquafunk, that's what's up." Most people would.
I just want you to stop talking.
Hold up, wait. No, I'm giving you some props, man. Like I said,
I love you, man.
And that, and I really love the fact that people may have their ideas, and then bam, they open up their mouth and they're blown away. Steve is an incredible Aquarius plant keeper, and he speaks a language that a lot of people can gravitate to. So you please subscribe to Warrior Planet Tanks and show him some love.
I'm ready for you.
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
Thanks, Jay. That was dope. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I keep receipts, bruh. Youth Focus Group. So this was called the Youth Mastermind Program. And this conversation took place January 29th, 2020.
I ain't saying nothing to Steve ever again. I'm gonna let you know right now. I ain't saying nothing to him.
What?
You were writing out what you said.
Yep, exactly. I'll keep receipts.
I ain't saying nothing to that man ever again.
Let's just get into it. So, Youth Focus Group for interested people in the hobby. We're using Facebook and Instagram. Class to help underprivileged youth with the hobby to provide an alternative outlet. Put the guns down, grab a fish tank. That was going to be our slogan. Remember?
Okay.
So, you need a tank. If you don't have one, we can figure it out. You've already done that. That's amazing. Parental permission. We've already done that. That's amazing. Donations and fish tanks for plants and fish on a need-be basis. That's all right. People are showing up. This is dope. Look at the universe bringing everything into fruition. You know what I'm saying? So, vetting process. At that time, we said 4 weeks. Now, this is all pre-COVID too, y'all. The criteria was to be determined. A 6-week course on the basis with video group webinars. Participation in the webinars, criteria for advancement, and that's going to be case by case. And then we were talking about the format. So if we want to do a 45-minute webinar, we want to do a 15-15-15 Q&A, etc. And then we were talking about partnerships with colleges, partnerships in the community, and also taking trips to the field. So it'd be dope to go to South America, Central America, you know, get some chaperones. We could crowdfund this thing. We could really, if people want to do it, it can be done. I'm just me though, you know. It's so doable. But like I said, you know, you just got to get together and do it. So that's where that's at right there. That's the notes that we took that day. And that's just cool how COVID, boom.
Yeah. I'm just writing this real quick for Danny and Bunny. I'm not saying that the plant like Java Fern is not easy. It's just that it'll be something more for them to focus on. And I really want them to focus on just the keeping of, you know, the fish as far as knowing when to do their water changes, getting on that routine. Because getting on routines for students is already hard enough than trying to continue to have these different variables. All right, I want their variables.
I'm taking notes just so you know.
Yeah, I want those variables to be the betta and the water, right? But when it becomes the betta and the water and the Java fern, or the maybe the substrate starts looking a little different, any kind of slight, it scares them. It really scares them. Every little thing starts frightening them. So I want them to have as much routine and as much stability as possible. So
okay.
I'm not saying that plants aren't in the mix. I just started getting into plants and I still really haven't mastered it yet. I still have to root tab my 60 gallon and it still looks pretty decent. Could look better.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people's stuff who are growing stuff that looks green and lush and they don't even CO2 it, you know, stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
So I don't want to overwhelm these kids. They don't even know how much to almost even feed a fish. They don't even know that that's the number one killer is overfeeding. So,
right.
like,
I already wrote all that down too.
You got to get that down. You got to get that down.
Here, you want to? Let me translate it for you, for the people, and because I can decipher your urban vernacular and put it down on paper rather quickly. So basically what you want to do is you want to introduce the kids into the hobby. What's going on, Mexicali? You want to introduce the people into the hobby in succession, yes. So I put crawl before you walk. You want them to get used to keeping fish first. Learn the water changes. Learn the basics of keeping something alive in an aquatic environment. Once you learn the basics of keeping it alive, now we're going to move you over to the enhancement. Now we're going to show you how to implement different things into that environment, i.e. plants, invertebrate, etc. I'm tracking with you, bro. So you want to implement it in stages of succession.
Yeah. I mean, I've had
the course.
I've had somebody say, you know what, I can get you a lot of driftwood and we can send these kids home with driftwood. I you know, we'll hold on to it and we'll add it when they come back with a healthy fish after the summer. We'll add that to the curriculum and talk to them about driftwood. We'll add snails to the curriculum and talk to them about that. We'll add Java fern and plants and talk to them how it can improve that. And then we'll start working on those improvements and letting them baby step their way to that. And then maybe from there they'll work on getting bigger tanks, and then they can start filling them with whichever way they want to go with it. But like I said, I want them to go home with something that, with a sense of satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment when they get this fish through the summer. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't get a sense of accomplishment enough. They always feel like something's going to go wrong. They're scared to put their foot out there and try new things. They're scared to go new places. They just are used to.
Man, that's where my heart at too, bro. That's like why we even, like, dude, it came from this, like, this whole conversation, you know?
Yeah.
What you just said, and like they don't have anything. And let's get these babies some tanks, bruh. Yo, get me started.
Buddy.
But what I was gonna say is,
hey, I would love
treat it
all
like a
your
video
guys'
game,
plants,
right?
so that I could grow them and try to grow them myself in the classroom. If I could get them to be lush in the classroom, when they come back and they see me with those plants, I'll be like, yo.
Well, you know, you got plants on the way to you anyway. So you got plants coming to you. So you are, we talk about that in a little bit. But treat it like a video game, right? To correlate it to the children, right? Like one of them games where you start with the base level character and then you can buy shields and upgrade the armor and, you know, whatever. I don't play video
buy the
games.
dances, the new dances, the helmets, and all of that jazz. Yeah,
do that with a fish tank.
And I feel Atkins, everyone kills plants and fish, along with Triple J saying that. Unfortunately, in my opinion, hands-on is the only way to figure this hobby out. Every tank can be different with the exact same setup. You're absolutely right. I understand that. And I want, like I said, I didn't know how much I would be able to get. I didn't know how much participation I would get. I'm never turning nothing down. All right. Just know that. If I get it to them, or for those that get it, or if I give it to them later, I'll probably come over summer school and still, you know what I'm saying, try to give out some more stuff. So it's still plenty of stuff to be done. So if you're giving, I am taking, and I am going to make sure that it gets to a home and properly work, because I know everything is not going to go perfect. I already know. I really tried. I tried to slim my chances. I figured if I just did 5 students, I might be able to get 5 out of 5 out of 100%. Now I got 13 students. Now my whole numbers are skewed.
I forgot to mention a critical bullet point. I don't know how I looked over this. Scholarships. Just like STEM is important in these schools, in these underprivileged communities. And it's dope that you're a principal at the school you went to. So you're giving these kids inspiration that, hey, not only am I from here, if I can make it, you can make it. I used to be where you are, and look at me now, right? So I'm saying scholarships, the kind of incorporated with STEM, and get some of these underprivileged kids focused on biology. See if you can get some scholarships rolling and make the next botanist or whatever, and maybe they could be the one to figure out how to incorporate an ergonomic city where you got the urban sprawl incorporated with nature, because that's where we're headed with global warming and everything.
Hey, I'm sick of Glass Box Hero. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of you, Danny. Here, this is what you do. You do a video on how you did your botanicals with your pothos and your Java fern and your betta tank, and I will make sure the students sub and go straight to your video so that they can see that, and then I will be happy to give them some Java fern after that. It's on you.
I'm missing something here like that. That's going on. What's wrong with Java fern?
Nothing, but he has Java fern, I believe, and he wants to give it, and that's not a problem. But like I said, I still was trying to do baby steps with it. So him and Bunny Viper have been getting on my ass about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, when they make it to the Java fern level for that plant upgrade, then yeah.
And I think what he's saying
that's
is
what you're saying, right?
I think what he's saying is that they're already at Java fern level because it's so simple. And tangled water is what he's saying. So
yeah, and I agree, but
my
you're trying to
challenge
teach
is-
them the process. You're building them. We're building hobbyists. Here.
Yeah. I want to
I'm
take my
tracking,
time
bro.
with it.
Yeah, we're building hobbyists.
Yeah, and you know
That
what?
makes sense.
And another thing is I out of the 10 to 13 students, it's probably I know 3 personally that have gone back to that tank, asked to feed, how much to feed, where's the babies. Almost all of them have asked that, but at least 4 to 5 of them have actually put their hands in tank, scooped out fish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen the videos. Yeah, they're stoked.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's amazing.
you know, for the other ones, they are really going to need a tutorial just to feel comfortable with even setting that tank up. Period.
I'm
You
not
know what I'm
supposed to
saying?
laugh because it's kids, but it's funny because it's true. And we're gonna get them. Like, it's totally fine, but they don't understand. Like, keeping fish is cool because it really is biology.
Little Joe Munoz is back on in here. Come
Oh,
on,
wow.
just do it. Peer pressure, peer pressure. Look, I know these kids, man. I know these kids. Like, too much would be too much. You know what I'm saying? They already just see fish. They don't even know about the substrate. They don't even know about.
Oh, wow.
They gotta. We're watching Funk's tutorial on the nitrogen cycle. The way that he did it, he used these little fish toys, and the way that he explained it was really cool. So we're watching that. I know they have the attention span of a mosquito. I've really got to get on them and make sure that this is something that they really want to do. So while I'm doing all of that, you guys want me to just keep throwing plants in their face? I already gave up. Oh, Bunny, I heard you. Yeah, I seen you guys going back and forth. Then I thought you jumped on his team and was like, you know what, Danny, I'll take the plants. Bunny, I appreciate it. A lot of substitute teachers are in the chat.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, man.
I just came to take notes and talk about the Mastermind Youth program that you're doing, which is dope, and get these kids fish tanks.
Yeah, man.
The sooner they get the tanks, the sooner they can get the plants.
I don't know if you saw
it ain't gonna take but too much to get to the plant level. It should.
Yeah, no. These just got delivered to my doorstep.
Those are nice.
Yeah. And I believe they're bigger than 10.
I was gonna say, does it have a good suction cup on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
These always are. So you know what I'm saying. But if they don't mess around with it, and if they keep it'll last them through the summer if they just leave it where it's at.
That's fine.
And then we'll upgrade them to the circle ones or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those came. Yeah. My bottles came. Then I'm put
all right.
water conditioner in here. It has twist top on it where they can squeeze. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It has the cap here.
Okay.
Bop, bop, bop. You know what I'm saying? I let them know how much to squeeze in for the water changes that they do. And they're only doing 20% water changes. So these 6-ounce bottles, 4-ounce bottles, this will be enough conditioner for them.
Okay.
All right. Also have another bottle where they're going to have the beneficial bacteria for when they first start up. I hate for them not to cycle their tank the old-fashioned way, but since I'm giving them the fish and the tank same day, I'm going to have to do the beneficial bacteria for Zyme, easy, quick startup, and then go from there.
All right.
Add some duckweed, and that duckweed is going to grow out of control. They're not even going to look inside the tank.
Everybody's using St. Louis water.
Thank you.
Are you using tap water conditioner, the basic bare bones? Say, I just got a fish tank for Christmas. What do I do? Fish tank? Tap water, dechlorinator, etc. Put the bio in there. So plug and play.
Right.
Hey, that's our job. That's why we've been doing this. That's our job. We'll help them be successful, bro. I'm not worried about it. Let's go. I'm not concerned in the slightest. You know, I know what my tanks look like, so I ain't worried about it. You know,
I gotta work on mine, man.
We can teach these kids. Let's get these babies some tanks.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I think would be cool if any of these little entrepreneurial types decide they want to start breeding. Start out with some guppies, some
hustling,
snails,
baby.
some shrimp.
That's right.
You know, get them excited about doing some work for themselves.
Yeah.
There's so many avenues.
Right,
there's so many avenues. You know what I mean?
And you know what? They've got the charisma to do it because they stay on TikTok. They know what's in style. They know it. So if we can get any 4 of them youngsters that are TikTok crazy and they start doing this towards the aquarium hobby and start bringing some action our way, that'd be crazy with a younger crowd. What? Who knows? You'll see. You'll see Aquafunk in a too tight tank top doing TikTok videos.
Well, it starts right here. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It starts here. We're the adults. We're the men. We're supposed to be the example. They're supposed to stand on our shoulders so they can touch the sky. So we got to teach them.
For sure. My man Joe is in the spot. What's cracking, Joe? Hashtag FTK, the kids, or for the kids.
You got dates and all that good stuff, or are you gonna wait on that for all the dates and I know what dates we've discussed, but when are you gonna let the people know that at your own leisure, or you want to get a little bit more solidified first? The dates of when everything's gonna be going into fruition as far as what we discussed.
As far as okay, so this is my first summer off from teaching summer school.
Vaping.
So I've never felt this before. So once summer hits, I'm probably going to take myself a couple of weeks just to get myself back to neutral. Okay. Also, you guys already know I have a mom in the hospital that's dealing with some slight memory issues and currently cannot walk right now because of her fall. So that definitely has to get handled. So that's really heavy on my mind and heart right now. So, but I do plan on sitting down and talking to quite a few of you and hashing some stuff out. Have like a rough draft. I really just kind of want to get through since I teach mostly freshmen and sophomores. I really want to have like my freshman curriculum for fish keeping somewhat polished and finished, along with and have it go into a sophomore year. You feel me? Now, you could be a sophomore, never kept the fish your freshman year, saw somebody keep fish, and now you're into it. You still start off as a freshman fish keeper, even though you're a sophomore in high school. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just, you got to start from the beginning.
Even then, they might catch a knack for it and just, leave you in the dust and do their own researches and they don't get their own stuff. Yeah, that'd be hot too,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's talk, Joe. We can do it. Not Joe Shrimp Shack, not Joe Munoz. I have nothing to say to you, little fella.
Joe.
Oh, wow. That's kind of disparaging, Andrew. You got to be little and a fella at the same time, huh? Damn.
Hey, man, it's got to happen. Sometimes you got to be He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah, building men around here. That's right.
Joe Munoz.
But hey, man, if you guys don't need me for anything else, I got to run. I got some tanks to get in, like for real. And I got another phone call to make after this. But hey, I'm Dow. Jason, Andrew, love you both. Appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words. And y'all hit me up, man. Warrior Planet Tanks.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Damn. That's how you do, Steve. Like, hey, Warrior Planet Tank. Damn, Biz. Hey, look, if y'all ever come up here, if y'all plan on getting off, just hurry up and get off. Because if you let Biz know you're thinking about it, he'll cut you right off.
It's not true.
Won't even give you a chance to say goodbye. Just
I've got a question for you though.
yeah.
How old are your daughters?
3 and 8.
What is their favorite movie currently?
You know what? My daughter is really in and these Disney Latin based cartoons and cantante and all that. She's really feeling it. And to be honest with you, we're kind of old to her. So, you know, whenever we talk, you know, we play the music or we talk, whatever, it doesn't register. But these cartoons are kind of, you know, getting her to ask questions about her heritage. So I ain't mad at it.
Absolutely.
Now, that's my 8-year-old. My
Okay.
3-year-old, Mia, she's autistic. So to be honest with you, she will grab a hold of a show on Netflix and just wear that one show out. Right now, it used to be Charlie's Colorform City. She still watches that. But now it's Baby Shark. They got a show, and it's Baby Shark. If I could go back in time, I would invent the Baby Shark song. But
Dude, get paid.
her being autistic, she keeps hitting the back button.
Well,
So
I'll tell
it's
you what, that might not even be because my 4-year-old has gotten my 8-month-old watching on repeat Encanto,
Yeah.
everything. So since you are aware of Encanto, and if viewers or chatters, Busy Fish Chat, if you guys have small kids or grandkids and they're watching this, my question is, do we talk about Bruno?
Bruno. I'm not familiar with
It's
that.
a yes or no if you've watched Encanto, and I've watched it 18 times at least.
I haven't really watched it. I'm be honest.
Gotta
I
watch
haven't
it.
watched it.
Let me see if anybody else in the chat knows if we talk
Why?
about
What's
Bruno.
up with Bruno?
Do we talk about Bruno?
What happened to Bruno? Hey, did you hear about what I was talking about at the beginning of the show?
Huh?
Was you listening to what I was talking about at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
About the alcohol and axe throwing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What happened to Bruno? Tell me about Bruno.
Here's why we don't talk about Bruno.
He told me my fish would die the next day. No.
Okay, yeah. I remember the song. I don't remember. Okay.
He told me my fish would die the next day dead.
Dead.
Jay Watts, no, you don't talk about Bruno. Oh my God. Yeah, man. So
Yeah, that song, that's a catchy. I mean, I don't care who you are.
Man, every time it comes on, my 8-month-old is just drawn to it.
Yeah.
But all of their songs,
Yeah,
like
all of
I said, why do y'all watch this every night? My wife said, "Are you crazy? Have you not even watched this?" I said, "Nope, not gonna either." They put on Luisa's song, which is the strong one.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, this not bad." Then they started playing all the other songs. Now I turn it on in the morning, noon, and night. Of course, they watch it, and then I'm singing along with them. So
That's Luis what's that dude that did that Broadway show, that one Puerto Rican dude, Luis Manuel whatever.
Man, who?
I forget his name. Lin-Manuel, whatever his name is. That Puerto Rican dude that did what was that dude? The Paul Revere, whatever, the Paul Revere guy or whatever. That Broadway show. It was like a rapping
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Yeah. He did that, right?
He did what?
That Bruno's that Disney thing, right? He's been doing a lot of stuff with Disney cartoons.
Okay. Maybe so.
And you ever seen The Heights though?
No.
You gotta watch The Heights. It's
What is
not
that?
a cartoon.
That's a Disney show?
No, it's not a cartoon. It's another one that he did. It's about a Dominican family out there in the Bronx, I believe.
Okay.
The music on there is kind of hot too. I ain't gonna lie. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Big Tank Hank was cracking, man. Yeah.
So I was lurking while I was off, and I know a lot of, especially what's his name? Yeah, that's him. About the plants and here's the thing, another thing, because I used to work at a pet store, all right, and I do know if you push people, if you overload them, and I'm not just talking about plants at all. I mean not just plants, but if you overload people before they're ready for it, once they get discouraged, it's a wrap. So the whole idea that you have of taking it in stages and baby steps, I'm all for, because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was in your class and you put a beta, if I got a tank from you and you put a beta, I would go, my next fish would probably be cichlids, which plants would actually be a waste of time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And this is the great thing about just starting them off, is you don't know where they're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? They might get into this 10-gallon tank and decide they want to be all plants, or they want to be, you know what, I want aggressive fish, or I want, African cichlids, or I want to be an aquascape person. I want to be a snail. I want to be a shrimp person. You don't know.
I think that me handing them out betas in 10 gallons for the summer,
that's a good yeah.
It's just enough for me to be able to handle at this point in time. The fact that people have been jumping on and wanting to just give like plants and driftwood and all of this stuff, I think is a plus. I would gladly take it. But what I would do is I would set my room up this summer for how it should look next year.
Yeah.
And have a 27-gallon full of vibrant Java ferns and Val, or whatever the case may be, because that lets me know that I know what I did to get it together. You feel me? And then have the driftwood in a tank, and maybe it has tannins come out, and now they have a sweet tea tank. Because if I gave them driftwood now with their first tank and it turned brown or had any little tinge to it, they would think they failed at tanking.
Exactly. Or get this. You send these kids home.
Algae bloom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
send these kids home this year with a tank. Over the summer, they start to tank up. They come back the next year. Oh, Mr. Clark, I had my water tested and I keep getting high nitrate. I don't know what to do about it. Well, now we could talk about plants. Now you know why plants are important. Mm-hmm. Oh, Mr. Clark, I really like this fish, but it really needs a lower pH. All right, well, now we can talk about driftwood. Now you know why it's important to have driftwood. Mm-hmm. So until they run into the issue, they don't know the importance of the remedy. You know what I'm saying? If you give them all this stuff, they didn't make those mistakes or have to work to get there, so they don't really know why they're doing what they're doing. And that's the important part, is understanding what each thing does in an aquarium, So yeah, I like the aspect of doing it a bare bones type deal. I do similar. The way I want to do stuff is similar, where I do, I could be a little bit more fancier with the tanks that I give away, because I only have to deal with one at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shotgunning it. I could be more specific.
If this doesn't come together, which it seems like it is, I think we're halfway there. And I could see it happening, but if it didn't, man, I would have screwed the pooch. I would have been upset if I had kids who really wanted it and I wasn't able to give it to them. So I appreciate the community and everybody who's doing what they've been doing. And that's why I wanted to keep it as basic as possible That way it'll hit them with options when they come back, and they can explore it, on their own, because their creativity is going to be way different than ours.
Yeah,
so I want to be able to give them those options.
That's what I'm all about. Just starting a spark, man. Just starting a spark.
Yeah.
And let their own
me is enough to keep me going, because at first I was just feeling bad. I didn't want to do any more videos. I didn't even come down here and look at my tanks for like a week. I didn't feel like doing anything. Yeah. And so, this really just gave me another kickstart as to, man, this is it.
It makes you feel good. For those of you who weren't here in the beginning or the middle, who just now coming in, I'm gonna have to reiterate. If you plan on, if you would like to help out Fishy Biz, getting aquariums into the homes of these kids who may not be able to have afforded it on their own for whatever reason, you can do super chats, but YouTube is gonna take a big bite out of the money that you're intending to go to the kids. YouTube is going to take a big bite out of that. So if you would, please use the Cash App or the PayPal. Right there is where it's at. Scrolling across the screen. You can do anything you want to do.
YouTube is not going to end up sending that money through to the account till it's time for the kids to be gone already.
Yeah, it takes a month.
Want them to get it.
It takes a month for that to happen. Whereas PayPal and Cash App, he could get it real fast and hurry up and get done what needs to get done. No disrespect to YouTube, but if you want your whole donation, less $1 or whatever, to go to the kids, that's the way to do. So more bang for your buck, basically.
Oh, Bunny Viper, this is another look. If I tell you the food I'm providing, everybody's gonna have an issue because they all have their favorite foods. I am providing food. Oh, yeah? If you all have a food that you would like for them to go home with, please send it to 7401 Boston Ave, St. Louis, Missouri, straight to the high school.
There you go.
Straight up. If I'll take suggestions, I don't want to go too expensive. In real life, you know what I'm saying? When you first start off and you don't have that much money, you kind of go for what is the cheapest out there. And at the time, it was like a small. Back then, I think it still was Tetra. Was maybe one of the cheaper one. Omega.
I might be able to help out with that though. I might be able to help out. I got a spot up here. It's called the Co-op. Right? They do fish farms. And I could get high protein floating granules by the pound. For cheap.
Really?
I mean, it's not bug bite.
Okay.
And you could go ahead and put them in little packages just like everything else.
I was just about to say, when we go to Aquashella and Extreme gives you those small granules for betas, that almost is enough to last them for past the summer. They're not supposed to be feeding these fish that much. It's one fish.
Well, for next year, let me know. I mean, I could get all the bulk food for cheap, 2 pellets every 3 days. Yeah.
I get you Danny. What pellets you feeding? I'm let them get Danny. Tell me what you're giving them. New Local Austin says Wardley's. This is gonna be it.
Wardley's. Dang, I haven't seen a Wardley's in years.
LC says Fritz. Frog bit or duckweed would be a great idea because of their nitrate sucking power. Look at LC coming in with more plant action.
Hey man, it's 11:25. I gotta bounce. I know you probably stay on a little while longer. Hey everybody, I appreciate you for giving.
I gotta get up and get to school myself, man. But listen, you guys. This is gonna happen, man, and it's because of you. And before you guys go, I want to a couple of people who have made this through. Daniel V, man, always coming through. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the PayPal. Hashtag FTK. This is what Daniel says.
FTK. Yeah.
Thomas McDonald, Toski, thank you. Oh, damn, maybe I wasn't supposed to say your whole name. It was on here. Thank you so much for your contribution. Right? We're doing this, man. We are doing this. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I think I got a Cash App too today. Yeah. Hey, Womack, 50. Thank you for the contribution. Haley, if you're listening yesterday, thank you for your contribution. Thank you guys, man, for kicking this in, man. Seriously, I really appreciate it. We're going to rock this out, bro. We're going to rock this out. This is going to be great. And I can't wait to get video to you guys of everything that was purchased from you guys, that was sent from you guys. They're going to get some decor. They're going to get some substrate. They're going to get these sponge filters. They're going to get tubing. They're going to get these air pumps. They're going to get some glass covers. That's what I'm ordering next. And we're going to put this thing together, man. They're going to get some conditioner. They're going to get some food. And we're going to send them, man. We're going to send them with a tutorial, and it's going to be on YouTube. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to make it happen. LC, my PayPal is fishybizzaquatics@gmail, scrolling across right now. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the Vibra bites.
Yeah. This is a lot.
You know what? I might have some of those. I still got to look through some stuff in here too. But we're going to make that happen. I'm going to get some small little Ziploc bags. I'm going to put that stuff together. They're going to have a whole little sack of stuff. I'm going to put it all in that tank.
Some of them bottles. You can use some of them bottles.
Yeah. 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 Anyway, I see this happening, you guys, and it's all because of you. Every time I come to you guys and ask you for help, be it Christmas for hams, be it Thanksgiving for turkeys, you guys have never let me down, never failed me, and I appreciate it. It's for these kids, and I definitely appreciate it. I do feel like heaters maybe, and I feel like they're gonna maybe need heaters somewhere in the long run. I would love for them to know how to set that up and where to place it and stuff like that.
Well, look, like you said, listen, like you said, for those of you who don't know, me and Biz talk. Biz was wanting to do something, but it came out of nowhere real fast. All this did, and I personally suggested, and hopefully he can set something up for next year. Those Aquariums kits where it has the heater, all the little stuff in there. I mean, last time I looked, they were like $80. If anybody has an issue that the fact that there's no heaters and stuff like that, just remember, this is the first time. Things have to be ironed out. Stick with him. Stick with this. Next year is going to be better than this year. So,
yeah, I plan on making this a thing for every last one of my classes. As
well,
as long as I'm in education.
Hey, I tell you what, Biz. With some of that money, instead of, because right now, because heaters, even for a 10-gallon, you're looking at $20, $30.
Mm.
That starts cutting into a lot of stuff. Why don't you do this first? Thermometers. They may not need heaters. Thermometers, do something. I mean, even at Petco and stuff like that, they look like $2.
The sticky, are those?
I don't really like.
You like the floating ones, don't you?
I like the ones that go inside the water.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go on Amazon, right? If you go on Amazon, you can get the little ones that take the battery. But those are like 2 degrees up or down. At any rate, if they're gonna, I like that. But if you do your little gun thing, it might show that the actual temperature is 2 degrees more or less. It's not 100% accurate. So you have to do your own testing of that temperature, that thermometer, and then do the math. But the glass ones, they're always correct. Yeah, dude. At least, if nothing else, do the thermometer and let these kids find out for themselves. You know, if they need a heater. You
I'm
know
with
what
it.
I'm saying?
Oh, and you know what? And then just have them contact me on YouTube.
Yeah, and
And we'll
then
get a heater.
then you could act accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
And summer in St. Louis is going to be blazing, you guys. So, I'm glad that we're getting this out to them to the summer. I'm glad that betas are, used to a little warmer heat. Not if they need a heater or not, but that's a great idea. So thermometers is on the list.
Yeah.
I'll order some of those along with the glass covers.
Look, I'm be 100 with you. I got a little nano tank right here. That's what. If you ever see me looking down, I'm looking at. It's got shrimp and endlers in it. It don't have a heater, and these jokers are growing and multiplying. They're all living fine. Ain't nobody sick. Everybody's active. Everybody's eating, and it don't have a heater. And
you got Florida heat almost all year round.
Yeah, but my house is 73, 74 degrees.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we keep our AC at, 73, 74. And there's nothing wrong with this tank at all.
It'll be fine, man.
Yeah, I do too. But if nothing else, a thermometer. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Kenny ABC, Aquatic Biotope Creations. Thank you for stopping in, man. Appreciate you last week so much. You, Gina, going back and forth, man. Everybody, man. This has been great. I'm gonna get all this stuff to the school. I can't wait to see their faces when they see this stuff itemized on a desk and they get to go to the desk and it's theirs. You feel me? I can't wait to film that. That's gonna be. It's like this whole reason I got into. I got into this. The whole reason I got into this.
And if anybody does have a problem, do it yourself. You don't like the way it's being done? Start your own program.
Please direct your questions to that brick wall over there. all your spewed and hateful comments.
Well, I gotta show them the complaint department. Y'all want to see the complaint department?
That's a big complaint department. Hashtag F them kids.
Yeah, I remember when they said, I was like, this dude is really just gonna say F them kids.
F them. It's F the kids. For the kids, not for them kids. You're really now saying F them kids on some gangster stuff.
Well, that's when I saw FTK, that's what came into my head. I was like, damn, he's just blatant. How do you really feel?
Hashtag FTK, y'all. I love it. You guys are something. The complaint department stinks. F the biz. Damn, Liquid Zoo. I was just saying praises last year. I'm putting you in a timeout. Mod. Put my mod in a timeout.
Can you do that? I don't think you can. Can you?
You can. You can just give them a star. What's the star for? Anybody know what I just did?
I don't know.
I just starred him. Did that mean like you gave him props?
I think you did.
That's terrible. F the biz. Thanks. You can't move. Terrible.
You can't move. There was no complaint department. Anyway, but yeah, I gotta roll out.
All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with this.
I see under interests you've written debit.
No, that's the butt. The butt. Yeah. And also I like tennis.
Good.
And also I like tennis and the butt.
Now you gonna make me want to watch that movie now, man.
This is the only reason I put it up there because I watched it last night. It was just on. I was like glued to my TV, man.
You know what movie I was disappointed in?
Huh?
What movie I was really, really disappointed in? And I thought it had, like the idea of it was funny to me, but then I watched it and I'm like, what's that one dude that Chris Rock came up with that he beat everybody with a belt?
Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang,
I
yeah.
gotta put some of those in here too.
That was a terrible, terrible movie,
I
man.
love that movie.
That was not good at all. I was so bad.
It was great. Copper Chow. Sign my pity on the running kind.
Can I get some subtitles? Oh, they did do subtitles, didn't they? On some of that stuff.
Mama D, can I jam down on the Camities? What you say to your mama?
I was disappointed in Pootie Tang.
Oh man.
I couldn't even watch the whole thing.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I couldn't watch.
I bought the DVD. Just ran it. But I was working at Circuit City, so I really got it for the low. I got every DVD that came out that was a comedy. Half Baked, Pootie Tang, Mallrats, all toilet humor. I was all about it. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I didn't like Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh my God,
I
hilarious!
just think they were foolish, just too ridiculous.
Oh God, hilarious! Yeah, I liked all of that. Sign my pity on the running kind. Run it by on the tibby tay. Oh, that's great. Oh, look what Zoo Vibes was holding it down before you got in here. Vibes just took the mod and just rocked it out. You feel me? Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, you guys have been great. It is now 10:38 in the 8 p.m. And I have my Cavassier with me. So let's go to the next caller. Ooh, it's a lady. Yeah, I'm painfully shy. Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna have to watch it tonight. Everybody,
I want to know if I can meet somebody. Well, what I say is you should probably hang out at the bus station or the train station with no drawers on. I know I would talk to you.
get a smiley face on your butt.
Oh my God. Have a nice day. All right, guys. You've been great. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. More to come. I'll be having the camera rolling. And we're going to do these students proud. And I have you all to thank. So, with that, I'm always say the wet stuff is the best stuff.
That sounds so dirty, man.
And always, the best stuff is the wet stuff. No, dirty would be, you have to be 18 to come and 21 to swallow. All right. And we're out. Man, when I used to do little stuff at the clubs on the radio, it's like, I always remember you got to be 18 to come, 21 to swallow, because you got to be 21 to drink. But you only got to be 18 to come in. You're welcome.
Dirty. You're just dirty.
Later, y'all.